Hello, second grade distance learners. Oops, let me just position my phone so we can all see what is going on. All right, so today we have a very fun art project. We are going to be starting a little bit of a 3D unit. Now what I mean by 3D, I'm talking about sculptures. Sorry, that's my hand. I'm taping my phone to my makeshift tripod. So what a sculpture is, it's a piece of art that is three-dimensional. So three-dimensional means that it is a real-life object and you can look all the way around it. So this glue, this is three-dimensional because it has some width and depth to it. It is not flat like this paper here. So this paper is two-dimensional because it's just a flat surface. It has no depth going this way. So whenever we make a drawing or a painting on a flat sheet of paper, that's called a two-dimensional artwork. Today we are starting a three-dimensional artwork or a sculpture. Yay! So what you're going to need for this project is some type of paper. I have colored paper just because I like this stuff. It's really nice and thin, and that's kind of what you want. You want thin paper. You don't want it to be too thick because we're going to be ripping it and gluing it together. So we want it to be nice and thin. It's sort of like a paper mache project. And then you're also going to need some Elmer's glue, a little container for mixing glue and water together, and that is really all you will need. So today our goal is to make a vessel just by tearing paper and gluing it together with watered down glue. So it's a very simple artistic process, but it will be kind of challenging to create the shape, but I think you can all do it. So what you're going to do, you're going to take your container for your mixing, you're going to open up your glue, and I'm going to use like maybe a third of this bottle, maybe not even quite that much. Just get a good amount of glue out. So if I hold it this way, that's about how much glue I have. Maybe like an ounce or two, because we don't want to waste too much. Then you're going to take a little bit of water, so I have my cup of water, and you're going to mix it in with the glue, about equal parts water and glue. Then get something to mix it together. I'm using a plastic fork. You can use a regular fork, but it's just got to be washed when you're done. So make sure to let your guardians at home know what you are using to mix your glue, and help them wash it, okay? Don't make them wash it themselves. Alright, so now I have a thin kind of glue mixture, and this is going to be our paper mache. And I'm going to get my computer out of here because it is going to get messy. So now all I'm going to do is I'm going to start ripping up pieces that I want to use to make my vessel. Junk mail works really good for this project. If you have any junk mail, or notebook paper even. Any paper that's nice and thin. Like I said, this paper is not drawing paper, so it's very thin. Alright, that looks like a good start. I'm going to rip up another piece. Maybe one more. Oh, that one's construction paper. Construction paper might be a little too thick. This stuff is actually Xerox paper, which means it's printing paper. It's just in different colors. Alright, now I'm gonna maybe rip some so they're a little shorter. You can even rip several at once if you're nice and strong. Watch. Woohoo! Alright, this looks like a good start. And if I need more, I have more paper and I can just rip it up. So I am gonna start to try and form some type of a vessel. So what a vessel is, it's any type of container that would hold something. Like this is sort of a vessel, it's just a plastic Tupperware container. This cup, I'm kind of going to consider a vessel too, okay? Or if you think of like a vase, if you want to make it kind of a fancier vase shape, you can do that too. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to dip my piece in the glue. And I'm just going to start gluing some pieces together. Now it's going to get messy. So be prepared. Okay, I'm getting somewhere. And I'm just going to kind of start by making a bigger piece with the ripped up pieces. If you want to protect your table, maybe you want to have something down underneath. But it's just glue, so it will wash off. Now I'm going to try and start to form the vessel. So you see how I kind of folded one little part to kind of make it start to curve upward? There's no right or wrong way to do this. It's just however you want. Now once you've kind of been doing this for a while, you'll notice that it's all sort of covered in glue. So you don't always have to dip the pieces in the glue. Sometimes they're just going to stick without adding any glue, like I'm doing here. You can fold it a little bit if you want. So for instance, I'll take this piece, I'll get a good amount of glue on it because we just put a dry piece down, and then I'm going to fold it around that edge to make it nice and sturdy. Okay, looks like I'll have to come out a little bit more over here. Now, no tools allowed. It's kind of a challenge because we're not using any tools but the paper, glue, and our own two hands. Okay. It helps to go in different directions. You see a lot of my pieces are going this way, so maybe it would be smart to take another piece and go this way to secure them on there, just like that. I can see I might be getting a little bit of a hole down here, so I'll probably have to patch that up. Feel free to rip it into smaller pieces too. So maybe you just need a little piece to patch up a certain area like this. Okay, over here I can see this corner might require a little bit smaller of pieces. Just like that. You're gonna want lots of layers of paper all in one spot because you want it to be nice and sturdy. I know it looks kind of funny now, but it will come together, I promise. Okay, so I'm gonna need to cut up some more paper, or not cut, I should say. I need to tear up some more paper. Ooh, and I like this bright pink paper. You see how I wrote a word on it? That was for something I did in college, but I'm just gonna use it, repurpose it for my artwork right now. Whoa, look at, I just finished. Check out my little vessel. And after this dries, boys and girls, it's gonna be hard as a rock. It'll be nice and sturdy. You see how interesting the design is because I used different colors? If you don't have colored paper, it'll work just fine with white paper too and look just as awesome. Woohoo, maybe I can even put liquid in it. We'll have to wait and see. But I made sure that there was no holes, and I made sure that there was at least 3 layers of paper throughout the whole vessel. Now, boys and girls, I want you to know that this is kind of a difficult project. So if you don't get it, and it might collapse on you maybe, just send me a picture of your best attempt, and I will be perfectly okay with that. Even if you cannot successfully make a vessel, as long as you try, I think that's pretty dang cool. So have an awesome week, 2nd grade, and have fun making your vessels.